On this episode of the Cobe Life LPGA Predictions, I make my picks for this week's US Open. And usually I would give you my favorites, dark horses, and sleepers, but this time I'm going to do things a little different because of the LPGA match play that just happened last week. I'm actually recording this on Sunday as the event's going on, so I don't know who's won yet, although Ariya Jutanugarn really is my pick to win it all. She is playing fantastic this week. But looking ahead, I want to go over what's happened because of the LPGA match play event that took place directly in front of the US Open. There are a number of really key players that decided to sit that event out because it can be a taxing event to go the distance. And as a result of that, they wanted to just focus on their game, get prepared by getting in some extra rounds at the Lakes course in San Francisco, and get a feel for what should be really a precision ball strikers course. And I'm going to start with three key players that I think you should really look out for this week that have a potential to actually take away the win. And that's Lydia Ko and the Korda sisters, Nelly and Jessica. All three of them skipped the LPGA match play in order to get ready for the Women's Open. And all three have been playing fantastic golf so far this season. They all have a win already this year on tour. So they're playing great golf. This course should really favor, I'd say, Nelly the most, to be honest. Lydia's playing fantastic, so I'm not discounting her at all. It's just this course, the way it's set up, it really plays into Nelly's strengths. It could maybe trick Jessica a bit. So out of those three, she's the one that I would fade if you're looking to fade any one of those three. But I still think all three of them have a very good chance at winning. I would just give Nelly the edge over both Lydia and Jessica in that order. Then the next group I have is three players that are sort of precision bombers. They aren't necessarily the longest hitters on tour, but they can hit over great distances with precision, which is what's required here. And that's the recent resurgence of Ariya Jutanugarn. We'll see if she actually wins the match play. Jin Young Ko, the world number one. And So Yeon Ryu, who is a former world number one and just playing fantastic golf this season, trying to play her way into the Olympics. All three of them can hit it decently long with real precision. We saw Ariya sink that one last week at the LPGA match play. Jin Young Ko is just always peppering the flag. These are three potential players, especially So Yeon Ryu right now is just playing excellent, that have the complete game to really do well on the Lakes course. And of course, all three of them are playing great. You've got Ariya Jutanugarn with at least one previous win, maybe two, we'll find out later on today. But I just like all three of them to do really well in this particular event. They all show up at the big events. All three of them have won majors. This is just tailor-made for them to do well. So I'm looking at them to stand out next week at the US Women's Open. And then the last three are people who are just precise strikers. They don't necessarily have the overall distance that some of these other girls have, but on this particular course, that precision striking and the ability to just sort of pick a course apart by playing it strategically can play in their favor. I'm going to begin with Inbee Park, who, never really puts up a bad finish. She just plays solid golf week in, week out. She's playing fantastic right now, and she's got a chance here to just continuously move herself up the ranks of all-time winners in majors for the women. So look at Inbee to do great again. It just be no surprise there. She just plays fantastic. Next, I've got a young sort of rookie on tour. That's LEONA MAGUIRE. And LEONA MAGUIRE is one of the shorter hitters on tour, but she just plays such a precise game with such accuracy that she can take advantage of certain holes on this particular course that others can't as a result of that. So I look to her to continue this just great play she's been showing, first of all as an amateur, now as a professional, and look to her to have a good finish here. And last is Inji Chun. Inji Chun, again, I've mentioned her a few times this season. She's playing some fantastic golf. She's had some great finishes. She's a precision striker, not as long as some of the others, but this particular course, again, can trip up some of those long hitters. Some of my favorite players I'm sort of avoiding this week, although I want to see them do well. But Patty Tavatanakit, I could see her having some trouble on this course. This is not really a bomber's course when it comes right down to it. So I could see her having issues. Lexi Thompson, I could see her having issues. Okay, Anne Van Dam, Sophia Popov, these are some great players that could get tripped up by this course if they're not careful. So it'll be an interesting one to watch. It's going to be a tough test for the ladies for sure, but I expect one of these particular players to find their way to the top just because they have the skill set that's required to really shine here. The only one that I doubt of my picks is Jessica Korda, but she's been playing so well and so aggressively that I think she can actually get over that hump on this particular course, even though it doesn't particularly suit her game. Let me know who you're interested in watching this week, who your favorites are, and who you think's going to hoist the trophy at the end. See you then.